Hey, hello friends, great to see you again. How are you all? I hope you're all good. Welcome to another FCC Strava review for week ending December the 23rd. Yes, I think I've got that correct. Massive miles again by all of you legends last week. Let me just show you the total miles for last week, and we now have 690 members of the FCC worldwide, which is just absolutely amazing. We are definitely a global cycling community. Amazing stuff, and you're all legends. I'm just waiting for this to this picture of the total miles to load up. My Wi-Fi's been so slow today, it's ridiculous. Bear with. I'm just boiling a kettle as well because I'm out of tea. Right, while that loads, I'll go and make my tea. You guys will have my tea, and the picture has materialised. So last week, total miles throughout the FCC, a massive 22,077. I think I've got that right. Yeah, 22,077 miles. Total activities 1,264. Absolutely fantastic, guys. Brilliant stuff, you legends. Kudos to every single one of you. Yeah, we're only 10 members away from 700 for the FCC, which is just amazing. So thank you all for being part of the FCC. Right. Those of you that are on Zwift, just to remind you, we've got the last Zwift group ride, the FCC Zwift group ride before Christmas tonight at 8 PM, which should be awesome. I really do enjoy our FCC Zwift group rides, they're such good fun. I'll put a reminder up on the Strava FCC page and the Facebook page as well. For those of you that haven't seen the invite on Zwift. Anyway, I'm rambling on, friends. Let's crack on with the FCC Strava review. Right, okay, so as we always do, we will start with last week's leaders. Distance, first place, numero uno, James Finn, 267.2 miles. Amazing stuff, James, brilliant riding. Second position, Tim NFTO, 266.4, brilliant stuff, Tim. And in third place is John Millett with 265.3. Absolutely superb riding, John. Fantastic stuff. Longest ride, first place Tony Starks with 106.3 miles. Brilliant stuff, Tony. Second is Kevin Williford with 103 miles. Brilliant stuff, Kevin. And Jose is there in third with 100.2. Fantastic stuff, Jose. Climbing, first position, David Vieira, 22,044 feet. Cracking stuff, David. Rayan is there in second with 13,612 feet. Awesome stuff, Rayan. And Gavin Alner is there in third. Hello, Gavin. 13,583 feet. Fantastic stuff, you legends. Brilliant riding last week. Okay, so as I scroll up, we will dig deeper into last week's top 100 leaderboard. And as we just mentioned, first position James Finn, 267.2 miles, 5 rides in total. Longest ride 99.7 miles, James. Amazing stuff, mate. Tim NFTO is in second with 266.4. 6 rides for you last week, Tim. 11,867 feet of climbing. Cracking stuff. John Millett's there in third. Hello, John. 265.3 miles for you. 6 rides also for you. Tony Starks in fourth with 239 miles. Brilliant stuff, Tony. 9 rides for you last week. Chad is in fifth. Cracking stuff, Chad. Hope you're good, buddy. 231.6 miles for you. 9 rides also with 11,841 feet of climbing. Mr. Stevie Wonkster is there in sixth place with 230.3. Awesome stuff, you legend. 10 rides for you last week. Sean Bennington is in 7th. Hello, Sean. Hope you're good, buddy. 221.1 miles for you. 10 rides last week. Cracking stuff, mate. Emma Hadley's in 8th with 210.2. 6 rides last week, Emma, brilliant stuff. Mr. Martin Redding is there in 9th place, 209.9. Absolutely superb, you legend. I know you had a cracking ride outside yesterday, didn't you, mate? Awesome stuff, although I think it was a bit flooded. I think as it was pretty much everywhere, the amount of rain we've had recently. 209.9, 21 rides last week. That is phenomenal stuff, mate. Brilliant. D. Michael Dozier is in 10th with 208 miles. Rayanne's there in 11th with 205 miles for last week. Carl Morrison in 12th, 203.9, 12 rides in total. Paul Stevens is in 13th. Hello, mate. Hope you're good. 203.4 miles for you. 14 rides last week. Brilliant stuff. Yarrick is there in 14th with 203.19 rides for you last week, Yarrick. 24.9 miles an hour was your average speed. That's phenomenal. Mr. Terry Tinsel is there in 15th with 200.4. Cracking stuff, Terry. 9 rides for you as well last week. Longest ride 62.5 miles. Brilliant. 16th we have Snakefire TRI with 189.1. Brilliant stuff, buddy. 9 rides for you as well. Duncan's there in 17th. Hello, mate. Hope you're good. 188.5 miles for you. 7 rides last week. Luke Tom's in 18th with 187.1. 7 rides for Luke. Brilliant stuff, mate. Crit Wit is there in 19th with 185.4. 7 rides last week. Crit, cracking stuff, mate. Anton is there in 20th with 185.3. 10 rides last week, mate. Brilliant. 24.1 miles an hour was your average speed. Superb. Jose's there in 21st with 184.2. 7 rides last week. Brilliant. Andy Craig's in 22nd with 184 miles. Cracking stuff, Andy. I hope you're good, buddy. 7 rides for you last week. Rupert is there in 23rd with 182.3. 13 rides last week. Brilliant stuff, Rupert. James, Social Cycling, is there in 24th. Hello, mate. Hope you're well. 6 rides for you last week. 41.7 was your longest ride. Brilliant. Kevin Williford in 25th with 175.1. 2 rides for you last week, Kevin. That's fantastic mileage last week, mate. Fez is in 26th with 173.5. 3 rides last week. Fez, brilliant stuff, mate. John Sakor is there in 27th with 171.7. 7 rides last week. John, awesome. Phil Cornwell is there in 28th with 170.4. 8 rides for you last week, Phil. Brilliant stuff, my friend. Jordan's there in 29th with 168.4. Awesome stuff, Jordan. Graham Minchell's in 30th with 168.1. 10 rides last week, Graham. Cracking stuff, mate. Jim Leighton Jones in 31st with 167.1. 7 rides last week, Jim. Good stuff, my man. 32nd, TH with 166.5. 8 rides last week. Dave De Winters in 33rd with 165.3. Corey Rings in 34th. Hello, mate. Hope you're well. 164.8 miles for you last week. 15 rides in total. Brilliant. Mr. Mark Schule is in 35th. Hello, Mark. Hope you're well, my friend. Brilliant stuff. 164.2 miles for you last week. 10 rides in total. Ian Rigby, legend, 36th. 161.8, 7 rides in total. Cracking stuff, Ian. Brian Roden's in 37th with 160.9. Brilliant stuff, Brian. Damien's there in 38th with 160.7. Rohan's in 39th with 160.1. Gavin Alner is there in 40th. Hello, Gavin. Hope you're good, mate. 159.7 miles. Total climbing 13,583 feet. That is so impressive. Brilliant stuff, mate. Jonathan Sapir is in 41st with 157.2. 3 rides for you last week, Jonathan. Cracking stuff. Your longest ride was 70 miles. Brilliant. David Raynham's there in 42nd with 155.7. 6 rides last week, mate. Brilliant. Andrew Peeling in 43rd with 151.9. Philip Nubra's in 44th with 148.4. Cracking stuff, Philip. Jay Hans in 45th with 147.4. David Vieira's in 46th with 146.9. James Chapman in 47th with 146.8. Simon Dix is there in 48th, 145.8. 5 rides last week, Simon. 9,803 feet of climbing. Fantastic stuff, you legend. 49th, Ian West, 145.6. Brilliant stuff, Ian. 7 rides last week. Ian Chandler's in 50th with 140.7. 51st, Mr. Kevin Rowe. Hello, Kev. Hope you're good, buddy. 136.5 miles for you. Jan Erik Berggren in 52nd with 135.7. Stefan Holdorf's in 53rd with 135.5. Neil M is in 54th with 135.1. 13 rides last week, Neil. Brilliant stuff, buddy. Chris Goff in 55th with 133.9. Will Duffy in 56th with 132.5. Cracking stuff, Will. 57th we have Paul Farmer with 132.2. Excellent stuff, Paul. Agnes in 58th with 131.5. Samily in 59th with 130.7. David Crawford's in 60th with 129.7. Nige, Mr. Tarmac Softies there in 61st with 129.7 also. Brilliant stuff, mate, and awesome riding from you, other legends that I just mentioned there as well. 62nd, Rob Butler with 129.2. Carlos is in 63rd with 129.1. In 64th we have Laura Fisher with 126.3. Wazza is there in 65th with 125.8. Cracking stuff, mate. Trevor Hook is in 66th with 124 miles exactly. Brilliant stuff, Trevor. 67th, Lee Kettle. Hello, mate. Hope you're good. 122.3 miles for you last week with 4,657 feet of climbing. Cracking stuff. Paul Burnett is in 68th. Hello, Paul. 122 miles exactly for you. Mr. Matt Darley is in 69th with 121.1. Brilliant stuff, Matt. Hope you're good, mate. Simon James in 70th with 121.1 also, and 10,000 feet exactly of climbing. Fantastic stuff, mate. 71st, George Anderson, 120.5. Brilliant stuff, George. 9 rides for you last week. Excellent stuff. 72nd, Pete Jones, 120.4. Cracking stuff, Pete. Maurice Simmons in 73rd with 119.7. Ian Porter in 74th with 117.9. The Swivmeister is in 75th with 117.8. 76th, legend Mr. Mark Smith, 117.4. Nigel Mills in 77th, 116.6. In 78th we have Mark Cornelius with 115 miles exactly. 79th is David Knight with 113.1. Cracking stuff, David, and excellent riding from all your other legends that I just mentioned there. Brilliant stuff. 80th, Lauren Shaw, 112.7. Brilliant stuff, Lauren. Hope you're well. Jim Plummer in 81st with 112.5. Jack Pinchin in 82nd with 111.4. 2 rides last week, Jack. Brilliant stuff. 83rd, Maxwell Smith with 109.9. Morton is there in 84th with 106.3. Richard James in 85th with 105.2. Alex Summerfield in 86th with 104.5. 5,007 feet of climbing. Alex, absolutely outstanding, mate. Brilliant. 87th we have Jochen with 103.9. 10 rides last week, Jochen. Brilliant. 88th is Steve Long with 103.7. Graham Sowerby is in 89th with 103.2. Cracking stuff, Graham. Ronnie Aitchison is there in 90th with 101.4. Brilliant stuff, Ronnie. 10 rides last week for you. John Wade in 91st with 100.3. 5 rides last week, John. Awesome stuff. 92nd is John Ayton with 98.6. Chris Tracese is in 93rd with 98.1. Anthony Moore in 94th with 97.3. Kieran's in 95th with 97.2. 2 rides for you last week, Kieran, and 83.7 miles was your longest ride. Brilliant stuff. My pronunciation is going to be absolutely rubbish, so I do apologise now. In 96th place, did Jera. That's awful, I do apologise. 95.7 miles, brilliant stuff. Rich is there in 97th, 94.4, cracking stuff, Richie. I've never seen you so low in the top 100, my friend. Awesome stuff though, mate, for making it into the top 100. You've done far better than me. Thomas Brown in 98th with 94.3. Lee Marston's in 99th with 94.1, and in 100th place is Mr. Andy Townsend with 91.5 miles, 4 rides in total, 4,082 feet of climbing. Fantastic stuff, Andy. And kudos to every single one of you, not only in the top 100, but throughout the FCC, for getting on your bikes, whether you're indoors or outdoors, and putting in the effort and the miles. Absolutely fantastic stuff, you legends. Okay, so now we come to Rider of the Week, but this week we are going to be having 2 Riders of the Week, because this will be the last FCC review until the new year. So I will be back doing the FCC Strava review on Monday the 6th of January, you legends. So we're going to have 2 Riders of the Week to see us out of 2019, and on the 6th of January we will be heralding in 2020. So 2 Riders of the Week. Okay, the first Rider of the Week for week ending December the 23rd 2019 goes to somebody in first place on the top 100 leaderboard. That person is James Finn, 267.2 miles. Congratulations, James, you are the first Rider of the Week. Cracking stuff, you legend. Now, the second Rider of the Week for last week is somebody in 24th place on the top 100 leaderboard with a total of 178.9 miles. The second Rider of the Week for last week is James, Social Cycling. James, you are also Rider of the Week. Congratulations, you legends. Brilliant stuff. Now, just drop me an email. I will put my email address in the description below. Let me know which pair of socks you would like. I have the blue with red polka dots or the orange ice cream variety. You will also each receive a cap, so let me know which one you would like. I have a Rally red and white cap. We have the Mapai, there's that one there, classic Peugeot, or we have the Panasonic. Absolutely superb. So James and James, 2 Jameses, James Finn and James Social Cycling. Let me know which cap and which pair of socks you would like. Drop me an email and I'll get those sent out to you, friends. Well, that concludes the last FCC Strava review for 2019. I hope you've all enjoyed it. Thank you so much for being part of the FCC. Massive thank you for all your efforts and the miles and the climbing that you've done throughout 2019. Absolutely brilliant stuff. And the FCC wouldn't be the club it is without you legends, so thank you. I will be doing a year of end of year review, even if I could speak, over the next week to 10 days. So keep an eye out for that. Yeah, once again, thank you so much. Just ignore DJ, he's getting a bit excited. I think he's going to sign up for the FCC next year if he gets his trike sorted for Christmas. Anyway, friends, look after yourselves, stay safe out there, and if you're doing the Festive 500, enjoy, and yeah, good luck with it. I'm going to attempt it myself, so we'll see how it goes with the weather. I'll see you in a couple of days with another vlog, but bye for now, and thank you. Oh, and Merry Christmas.